So as a first one, there's a lot of fear in the feminine collective of rising because it is turning into the Aquarius age, and the feminine energy is lifting up. And so there's a lot of fear based upon that feminine side of you rising, that emotional kind of embodiment inside of you and expressing your emotions. Number two is the fear in the masculine falling, which is the opposite to the feminine, as it's the sun and the moon, and it complements each other. And so there is a fear in the masculine falling, which you can see globally also and collectively. And if you look at this from a spiritual perspective, it means that the masculine kind of dominant, controlling type of figures and intentions and emotional embodiments, which are kind of like a template that's out there and affecting everyone, and that everyone's picking it up collectively. It's kind of like a collective energy is now falling. And so there's a lot of fear, especially from the men around, having a fear of suppression and that type of thing, which goes back historically also, which I won't get into it right now here. But there is a massive shift going on at the moment. And number three is, I've written them down, yeah, so number three is the masculine kind of paradigm, and shadow self is kind of collectively dissipating and shifting and falling as well. So you have a lot of control and fear-based kind of projections on you this week especially, and you kind of need to use your own discernment and become more emotionally aware and mindfully aware of what other people are projecting onto you from their fears and their kind of ideology of what's happening and what is actually true for you. So it's making you stand more in your soul essence and that emotional power that you have and your inner power, which is that feminine energy, which goes back to the first point of the rise of the feminine energy and being fearful of that rise. And so the fourth one is there is a communication kind of breakdown happening, and you can see this especially in Australia at the moment, and I made a video about this, about what was happening, but you can see it, that the masculine kind of energy of the, what am I trying to say? That masculine type of energetic, oh my goodness, I've gone blank. That masculine type of fear-based kind of structure that people believe that has power over us, that kind of governmental, dictatorial type of energy, is having shifts where they are suffering from a miscommunication, which you can see collectively on a collective scale globally during the bushfires, as there was miscommunication between the leader and the people who were on the ground fighting the bushfires and controlling them and that type of thing. So there was a lot of miscommunication there. So there's a lot of miscommunication with especially the masculine kind of energy that's happening, but we both have masculine and feminine inside of us, but the communication kind of basis of the masculine is coming from a very fear-based structure, and they're only looking like one step forward, not like 10 steps forward, and looking at the bigger picture. They're kind of just looking one step forward, and that is creating a lot of miscommunication as a byproduct of what's happening because they're not looking 10 steps forward. So this may happen in your relationships, especially with males or also females, because females can also be dominant kind of male figures as well. So it depends what kind of energy they have inside of them that's dominant, if that makes sense for you. And the fifth one is the okay. So the fifth one is if the feminine is not aware of their own emotions and what's happening, and they haven't done that kind of inner work and taking the back seat to try and heal themselves and understand their inner power, you're going to see them rise up, and they're going to project a lot of their, I guess, traumas and stories and emotions that they have gone through, just because they haven't dealt with them themselves and they don't understand how to deal with it. And so they'll project it onto you inadvertently. And so you may get a lot of kind of relationship anger issues coming from that feminine kind of side. If they haven't dealt with that yet, it will project onto you. You kind of need to use your own inner power to understand what's happening there. And if it does trigger something inside of you, then it obviously is supposed to happen, and you'll learn from that. But and as I was saying this, my throat chakra's unblocking, and you'll learn from it, because as within, so without. But otherwise, you can use your own discernment to see, is this a place where I should be in my power and be stepping up to the plate and understanding what's happening and kind of bring love into that situation? Or am I going to act out the same type of energy that they have and then clash heads with them, if that makes sense? And so I hope that this helps you and gives you a little bit of insight. There's about 3 planets in conjunction at the moment. We just had a full moon also. I'm not an astrologer, but these things do have a lot of significance, which I've been talking to about 2 different business alliances on the phone, and they have been saying the exact same thing. And it also, I looked it up, the same planets were in conjunction when World War I happened, and so there's a lot going on astrologically that can impact on you just because you are made up of the elements and you have that inside of you also. So that's what's happening at the moment. So thank you for joining me. I'm hoping that this helped you, and I'm hoping to make more of these. If you watched my last video, I wasn't directly affected by the bushfires, besides the air quality and family and relatives being involved in them and them being affected by it. And so secondarily, I was affected by it, but not primarily. So I'm fine and I'm safe, but I wanted to do more for them and incorporate something that I could give for them and help them, because it was basically like 20 minutes, 40 minutes away from us. So it wasn't that far from where I am at the moment. So thank you for joining me. The prayers have helped heaps, as it has actually been raining in Melbourne for the past like 3 days, and it was really exciting, but we do need more rain in the parts that really need it, and it's actually coming kind of closer into our part of where we live, but it was good that it rained so that we were kind of protected from that. But yes, so I'm hoping to do more of these Mindful Mondays. Thank you so much to whoever donated for the bushfires. You're amazing. And thank you so much to the people who came to the workshop on the weekend. That was awesome too. It was really beautiful energy, and it was just awesome to be part of people's journeys and to help them in the way that I know that I can. And so otherwise, we have another workshop coming up. It is in February, and you can look at www.themovementlove.com and you can buy your tickets there. It'll be in Melbourne, Australia again. Otherwise, you can look at the books, which are online at www.themovementlove.com/books, or you can donate to the bushfires if you haven't already. If you have to other organizations, thank you so much, and don't feel pressured into donating or anything like that, because there's lots of organizations doing it. That was just my little part to play in the bigger, wider picture. And so thank you so much for joining me, and I'm glad that love has guided you here, and I hope that you found this helpful, and let me know if you are experiencing these things.